right, y'all. We got that together. I had to, man. We was giving y'all so much information, I couldn't let it keep going without it being right. So I had to go to some music right quick and get the video back together. Now we back live, man. We back on Facebook. We back on YouTube, and we can continue.
Back. Look at the universe trying to interrupt the journey. Don't be interrupting the journey. But we're back. It's me, Coach Erica, on the journey with Coach Erica, and we have Sire Williams, the Morning Shift Mke here as well, and we are here at hittingheartradio.com. If you're just tapping in, I'm kind of, taking a little different route this morning and giving you a little bit more information about your coach. So I've kind of been talking about my own personal real estate journey this morning, about me getting into real estate at 19, buying my first duplex. So let me go a little bit further on this story, this journey, what we're talking about, this journey to success. And don't forget, if you want to call in, I would love to hear from you today. Yeah. We're talking about success is. What does success mean to you? By definition, success is a state of meeting certain expectations, but what does success actually mean for you? Let's talk about that. The lines are open. Don't be shy. Call in 414-502-9447. But this duplex, y'all, let me tell you. So here I am, 19-year-old, this little Erica, not Coach Erica, but little Erica. She out here, got her property, right? So what I had, I couldn't tell me nothing. Listen, I own the house. What you talking about? But no, I wasn't like that. But no, I was 19 when I got my first duplex, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it because I strongly believe that on my journey, my own personal experiences have shaped me and has created this coach for y'all. That's how I got here. Everything I do, I speak to know to be true because I've actually lived it. I've actually experienced it. My books that I have published, which my books are all about financial literacy, they also speak to things that I know to be true from my own personal journey that I have experienced financially. But just to kind of stay on topic, I discovered that my house was depreciating in value. So when I say depreciating in value, I'm basically saying that in this case, I bought the house for $125,000. And guess what? It wasn't worth that. So when it was depreciating in value, the price was plummeting. It was going down. So here I bought it for $125K, but the city sent me a city assessment saying that it was worth like under $50K. So how does that happen?
In that situation, did you get caught? Because I remember back then it was a group of guys all got booked for mortgage fraud.
So I wasn't a part of mortgage fraud. I don't know anything about that. I was what
it was like a lot of girls or young ladies was victims because they was buying their first houses.
Yeah.
And these guys sold it or helped them buy it, but they was
right. So that I don't know anything about what was happening back then. I don't know if everybody remember the housing market crash of 2008. Whew, that was beastie. So I was a part of the housing market crash of 2008. And so what was happening in that time frame, for those of you that remember, there was a lot of people that was subject to what we call predatory lending. And that I was one of those people that was subject to that. So let's talk about this a little bit further. Let's break it down. I bought this house for $125,000 through a mortgage loan. Number one, I shouldn't have never even been approved for the loan. Let's start there. Number two, I shouldn't have never bought it for the price that I bought it for because it wasn't worth there. That was number two. And so then what happened was my mortgage loan products. And so my mortgage loan products at the time was what we call an 80-20 loan. So an 80-20 loan meant that 80% of my loan was in an adjustable rate mortgage, or what we call an ARM. And so to not confuse people, what that basically means in short is that my mortgage was going to go up in 5 years because my ARM was a 5-year ARM. So it was going to go up in 5 years, and the interest rate was going to adjust, keyword, adjust to whatever the market rate was at the time. So if the market rate, let's just say, was 13%, I was adjusting to 13%. If it was 3%, I was adjusting down to 3%. So not a good situation to be in because you don't really know how to prepare for how your mortgage payment is going to be when it adjusts in 5 years. And then I also was in what they call a balloon payment, my 20%, and same type of situation. Once the balloon time frame was up, my interest rate was going to adjust. So it was not a good situation to be in. And so make a long story short, in my journey, lacking financial literacy skills. That's why I'm very big on financial literacy. That's why I'm very big on homeowner and education, and my books are around that, because people need to know. And it was a lot that I needed to know that I didn't know. And so I had to be the experiment of the journey and walk through it and go through it to learn what not to do and learn the best decisions to make. So in my case, when I realized that my mortgage loan was going to adjust, I realized that I was in a really bad product. I started to reach out for help like most people would do, looking to try to get my loan refinanced. And they're like, we're sorry, Miss Odom, we can't help you. Your loan is in good standings. There's nothing we can do. Because although I kind of want to give myself a little credit, even though I was a young 19-year-old, didn't really have it figured out like I thought I had it figured out, I was maintaining. I was responsible as a 19-year-old. I lacked financial literacy skills, but people that know me know that I've always held a sense of responsibility. So I was responsible. I was doing what I needed to do as a landlord. I was taking care of the property. I was paying the mortgage payment, doing all the things that I should be doing. But unfortunately, when I reached out for help, they wouldn't help me. So I started to panic. I remember going to local banks like, hey, this is my situation. Can y'all help me? My mortgage about to adjust. I don't know what to do, because I called the mortgage company and they won't help me. So, let's just say that you're a coach. Yes, I intentionally stopped making my mortgage payments, intentionally. So how did that impact me? My credit score tanked. I went from like high 700s all the way down to low 5s. It got bad. When I tell you, when things, as they say, when things spiral, they spiral very, very quickly, and it spirals fast. And that was my case. And then not lacking that financial literacy piece of it, right? All of that plays a part in this. So that's all a part of my journey and like what I experienced and what I had to go through to get to this point. So when I stopped making the mortgage payments, it got me to a point where I could be able to do what's called a short sale. So back then, during the housing market crash, a lot of people were doing short sales. And so for those of you that don't know, a short sale is basically when you sell your house for less than it's worth. So it's a cancellation of debt. It's not a foreclosure. A foreclosure is when you completely lose your home, and that's just what it is. Kind of like a repossession of a car. They just come and take it. So a short sale is different because you don't really lose the home. You just kind of, it's a cancellation of debt, and you're selling the home for less than what it is. So it was a young lady. She came along. To keep the story short, and she was a real estate investor. And y'all, guess how much you think she bought my house for during the short sale? Take a number.
Oh man, I think you told me before, but I forgot.
Listen, mind you, I bought it for $125,000. She came and bought it for $15,000 cash. $15,000 cash. We're talking about a fully occupied duplex that had rental income, cash flow, what we like to call it in the real estate world, already had the cash flow there, already had the equity there because she bought it for 15 cash. So she walked into an upside situation, not a downside situation. And not only that, the house was in great condition. Because let me tell you, when I go look at properties now and just throughout my journey, when I want to get a cheap property, listen, I'm not walking into properties that are in great condition. I'm walking in like, oh, hold on. Let me make sure the floor not going to fall through. Let me make sure I got my hard hat on, because let me tell you, a lot of these properties out here are not in the best condition. So you get it for that cheap price, but you're putting in a lot of money to bring it back to life, is what I like to say. That's what we do. We bring lives back to home. And so, yes, she bought it for 15 cash, and I walked away. Yeah, took a loss.
So what did you get to get?
I didn't get anything. I got, I didn't get anything. I got hit by the IRS because that cancellation of debt, they looked at that as income. So when tax time came, I owed money for taxes. My credit score was tanked. It was bad. I didn't have any savings. It was bad. I mean, I remember living paycheck to paycheck. I remember getting paid, and you know how you view your bank account? And you see that the pending, the check is about to hit. That's the worst feeling ever. Listen, when your check, you look at it and you like, dang, it's going to hit my account tomorrow. All my money going to be gone. That is the worst feeling. And I'm not just saying that to saying that. That's my truth. I'm very open about it. I understand that finances is a very sensitive topic and nobody wants to tell somebody like I'm broke, I'm struggling, I'm not making it. That's not a good feeling. I lived that and it's embarrassing. At the time, it was embarrassing for me when I didn't have the money and I had to like go to the payday loan store. That was the most like embarrassing, like hit the ego as they say. That was tough. But listen, I had to do what I had to do at the time and that's what I had to do at the time and that's my truth and I don't hide from it.
I can't go to the payday loan
Well,
store.
listen, I was like at that point of my journey, I was the payday queen, okay? I feel like all the payday stores knew me, unfortunately.
They're like, you ain't even got a job, sir. So why you think I need a loan?
Yeah, they not going to give you a payday loan. Don't get no payday loans, y'all. That is the worst route to go, by the way, when we talk about making smart financial decisions. Don't do it. But I like to put that out there in my workshops when I'm coaching people through my program. I do have a program called Journey to Success. My book, Journey to Success, is all about financial literacy and it's about home buying because I am a huge advocate when it comes to financial literacy. We don't do enough. And I learned personally from my own personal journey of like the struggle. I don't have the same story as most people. Some people you hear about the things that they've had to experience and endure on their journey. And unfortunately for some people that started early on in their childhood. And for me, that wasn't the case. I had a very good childhood. And so I didn't know what that was like to struggle as a kid because that was not my story. In my journey, my struggle came when I became a young adult in my early teens or late teens rather, early 20s, mid 20s, like really trying to figure out, how to make the way. And so that's why I'm very big on pushing financial literacy, and we need to know those core concepts. And I always like to say, like, those basic core concepts, everybody needs to have that, and we need to start early on our journey with talking about finances. If you have children, it's never too early to teach a toddler how to save. Yes, you could teach a toddler how to save. I don't want to give too much away, but I do have my third book coming out soon, and it's going to be a children's book, and it's going to be geared towards teaching our little ones how to understand money, because they need to know how to understand money. And that's the best time to learn when they're little like that, because you can instill that practice right from the beginning, because everything that we do is learn behavior, right? Learn behavior. So we need to start putting out the things that are positive and the things that are fruitful that we need to know so people can be prepared on their journey. But I'll have to give you all more about my story, but that's like the snippet start of my story to this journey to success that I'm on. That's how I started. That was like the molding part of me. So to close it all off with that situation, I didn't walk away with no money. I didn't walk away with no money. I walked away, in a very bad situation. But what I can say is, and people who know me can attest to this, because I've told individuals this along my journey, I've always said, like, I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm coming back. And I used to always say, my saying was, do everybody know who Mandel Group is? They own, what is that accomplice? I can't even think of it right now. But Mandel Group is a huge real estate group out here. And I used to always say, like, I'm coming back. And when I come back, I'm gonna be unstoppable. It's not gonna be anything stopping me. I'm gonna get one property, and all I need is one property, and I'm never turning back, and I'm never taking no more failures. And I can actually tell the world to this day, I have not taken a failure since I've been back. I've been back strong in real estate since 2017. It took a lot of work for me to get back to this point because I had to get my savings back up. I had to get my debt situation together. I had to build my credit back up. So for those of you out there that think like, oh, Coach Erica, I can't do nothing, my credit score bad, I don't have no money, or what's the favorite line they tell me, well, how can you expect me to save and I'm already struggling, da 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you on that. That's why my name is Coach Erica. I'm gonna challenge you because yes, you can save. Yes, you can improve your credit. Yes, you can change your situation. We've been talking a lot on the show Last week we talked about the power of choice. We all have the power of choice. We all have the power to make our day. We get the same 24 hours of a day. And what you going to do with it? Are you going to complain about everything that's not working right, or everybody that did you wrong, or that took from you? Or are you going to overlook that, overcome that, and become the best and better version of you and do what you got to do to make it happen for you? Because let me be the first to tell you, if you don't do what you have to do to make it happen for you, it's not going to happen. You have to get out here and do what you got to do to achieve those things that you want to achieve for yourself. The power of choice. What are you going to do? And our mindset. I didn't go as much deep on mindset today, but y'all know I'm an advocate for mindset, and your mind has to be right, because if your mind is not right, your pockets won't be right and your money won't be right. Y'all know I love saying that because it's true. People say, well, I'm gonna get all this money. What's the Mega Millions going right now or whatever? Everybody buying the ticket, right? And I'm gonna hit the jackpot. But let me tell you, you can reach all those Mega Millions, but guess what? If your mind is not right, eventually that money is going to dwindle and your pockets won't be right. Oh, we got a last minute caller. Look at that.
Hold on. Assalamu alaikum. Let me plug you in.
We got a caller, y'all. Okay. Shout out to the brave caller this morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What's the word, man? We live. We on the journey with Coach Erica today, man. We talking about real estate. You been tuning in?
I'm watching right now.
Okay.
Hi, good morning. What's your name?
It's Rick Muhammad. How are you?
Hi, Rick Muhammad. I remember you. How are you? Thank you for calling in and being a part of the journey.
I follow you on the
I know you do. I'm watching you right here on the Facebook Live. Well, thank you for calling in. So can you share with the world what success is? What is success to you? What does success mean to you?
To me, I think it starts within yourself.
Okay.
You have to have a sense of well-being, of taking care of your body and your mind.
Okay.
And that becomes something that's outward.
Yes.
And then impacting the lives of people. So to me, it's improving the quality of life.
Yes, I like that quality of life.
In your house or in your community.
Yes.
So whatever it is, because when you do that, it's not a job. It's a passion.
Right.
So if you make someone else's life better, it's a passion. And that's having love and respect for self and for others.
Yes.
That hopefully be reciprocated. So for me, that's how I see it. I think your immediate environment, should reflect. Like when you look at your house where you live at,
Mm-hmm.
it should reflect success. So my starting in business started a long time ago. My dad owned 2 cabs.
Okay.
So I learned entrepreneurship at a very, very young age, even though it's just cleaning out the cab and washing the cab and, getting it ready for my dad and his drivers and stuff like that. But what it led to? It led to understanding what customer service is.
Okay.
And, so success in customer service is like brother and sister, like cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So when you give good customer service, it'll come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I learned in real estate, well, we don't have enough in the black community. We don't have good customer service.
Okay.
So, but yet we complain about it. And
that's true.
I learned from watching other people's mistakes of what I'm not going to do as a landlord.
Okay.
And what happens is you're able to keep tenants for a long time, but you still have to be hard on them, but you're showing them love. Like, well, don't do this, but I'll do this if you do this.
Right.
And you keep a tenant a long time if you making their place a nice place where your mom and dad will want to live at.
Right. Right.
And I don't see a lot of that in the among black landlords.
Right. Right.
I'm not gonna talk about the white man. I'm talking about us.
Right. No, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for giving us some perspective on what success is. We have Rick Muhammad right here on the call. He was the only one brave enough to call in this morning, but thank you, who called in and gave us some great insight to his perspective on what success is and his experience as a landlord on his journey. So thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. So yeah, thank you, and have a prosperous day.
All right. I'll hit you up.
Keep your show going.
I'm trying to.
I'm going to keep listening.
Okay, I appreciate that. So what I'm going to say in closing, because we are kind of out of time, so I'm going to be quick. So this is what I'll say. Success is, I am a huge person to say that I think success is what you make it. Success is what it means to you. You will never hear me tell somebody you're not successful, you're not doing well, because who am I to tell you that you're not successful, okay? Your success is whatever that looks like it means to you. Success, in my opinion, is going to look different from every individual because we all have a different perspective on what we think is success. And so maybe a person where they were last year and where they are now, that could be success for them. We don't know what that looks like for them or what they had to go through to get to the point from last year to this year. So as your coach, my opinion, success is what it means to you, and nobody should ever tell you that you aren't successful or that you don't have success. But I am out of time. It's been a great conversation. It's been a great discussion per usual. But as I always say, you got to get your mind right, you got to get your money right, and you have to get moving today. Remember, we get the same 24 hours in a day, and you have to make great use of your day today. I hope everyone stays well, stay safe out here, stay healthy, have a happy holidays, enjoy the people that you love and care about, and I cannot wait to see y'all again next Friday on The Journey with Coach Erica. Have an amazing day.
All right, y'all, keep it locked. We still clocked in, hittinghardradio.com, the Morning Shift Mke. We just came back from the journey with Coach Erica. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked. You can go on YouTube, WHHP TV, to watch that playback, or you can watch it on Facebook, Hitting Hard Radio. Make sure you like, subscribe, and favorite all the social medias, man, so you stay up to date and in tune with everything we got going on. Y'all keep it locked. We're going to pay some bills and get to the music. Request lines is open. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to hear. 414-502-9447. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to